Welcome back to Biz Talk, everyone. I am your host, Rachel Weaver. I am thrilled to have with me very special guest, Noura Al-Masri. Noura, it is such an honor and pleasure to have you back on this show. I am excited to dive right into today's topic. Noura, what strategies can nonprofit organizations employ to effectively scale their impact and reach in the upcoming year, considering the unique challenges they may face compared to nonprofit businesses?
So first thing, in order for any nonprofit to be successful and be able to scale, they have to see their nonprofit as a business and treat it as a successful business. This is the first step. If they do not do that, they will not be able to scale or go anywhere. So what would successful business do? You would have a plan, you would measure that plan, you would have a budget in the beginning of the year, make sure you stick to the budget, make sure you have a team and have marketing and sales plan, right? For nonprofit, you would have a marketing and development plan that includes not only funding, because many people, not only grants, because many people think when they think of development, they think for nonprofit, they think actually of grants, and that's not true. You should think about so many things, including donors, sponsorship, but mainly mainly donors you need to think about. So you have to have a clear plan on who are your ideal donors, how are you going to reach out to them, where do you find them, all these details. If you have that in the beginning of the year and drive your nonprofit based on what you have, then this is when you actually can grow and scale your nonprofit. And remember, you cannot scale a business on your own. Same thing for nonprofits. You cannot scale a nonprofit without having a team.
Such important information. And as I work with nonprofits, I know all too well how much this rings true. So such effective information. So tell us, as a business enters a new year, what key considerations and plannings are essential for successful scaling, and how can leaders ensure sustainable growth?
So you have to monitor actually month by month. You have to at least have an overall year plan. So you want to see what's your goal for the year, and then break down that goal into quarterly goal, and then to a monthly goal, and then to a weekly goal, then to a daily goal. How does that look like? So if you have all that laid out, like in very details, how can you achieve that? So maybe it's going to be hard to actually measure, like how are you going to get into your annual goal, but it will be so easy to figure out, like each week or each day, how are you going to generate sales, how are you going to actually get new clients. Because if you don't have a sale, you do not have a business. So a lot of business owners, what they do is actually keep creating content, working on the system, and they forget that none of that is gonna matter if they do not generate sales. So you really do have to have a content, you really have to have a system, but as you're doing that, you need to make sure you're working on sales in a daily basis. So that's really an important one thing most business owners should actually focus on if they are not already, because they want to get paid, they want to pay their team. This is the main thing. But if you break that goal down to a daily goal, that's going to make it much easier, and it keeps you more disciplined as a business owner.
So important. So in context to nonprofits, how can effective collaboration and partnerships contribute to scaling efforts? And what steps can organizations take to build and maintain strategic alliances?
So collaboration and nonprofit is really important. So first thing you want to actually look at what's your goal, actually, what's your mission. So you have to have a clear mission to be able to identify who would be a strategic partner for you. And that can be another nonprofit who are same size or a bigger size that can collaborate with you. Maybe you completing each other in the mission, serving the same people, or maybe they're just larger than you. They get good funding, but they cannot get to an area you can get in. Then you can actually subcontract with them when they get grants, for example. Another good partner is business owners. Business owners, if their value aligned with your nonprofit value, they will be a great donors and a great sponsors. So if you have something, an event going on, you can reach out to those business owners to be a sponsor, because every business owner would like for people to know about them, right? So if you are spreading the word about that business, they will be more than likely to actually support you. So if you have that partnership built beforehand, that's going to help you so much. And you want to make sure, again, when you select those strategic partners, to make sure actually they are aligned with your mission, because they will be looking for you, but you don't have to for them to wait for them to actually find you. You can go and find them, and that's how you create your partnerships. And other institutions also, like it could be any institution. It doesn't have to be a nonprofit, like that cares about something that you do, like you can partner with them. So you just have to have your mission clear and then look for partners, and that's gonna help the nonprofit scale so much. You could not do it on your own. Rather, if you have other people actually partnering with other people, you're going to be able to scale much faster.
Wonderful. So tell us, what role does technology play in scaling both for nonprofit businesses and nonprofits? Sorry, for-profit businesses and for nonprofits. And what specific tools or platforms can be leveraged to enhance operational efficiency and outreach?
So yeah, I mean, at this age, like we are in 2024 now, so happy New Year for all of you guys. You cannot actually ignore technology, right? We cannot ignore technology. You cannot use actually just spreadsheets and instead of well, I cannot talk. I cannot repeat that. I need to repeat that. So okay, I'll repeat it again. So now we are in 2024. Happy New Year for you all. You cannot actually ignore technology. So we have AI now, like let alone what tools you have for every type of business, right? So you cannot use a spreadsheet instead of using an accounting software. You cannot use just papers to plan your operation, rather than you use like all these available tools like for operations and be more efficient for managing your team. Like you really have to utilize technology and see what's really important for your business. But there are actually some tools every business has to use. That is accounting software, that is a CRM, some sort of client management. If you're a nonprofit, you need an owner management system in addition to your accounting software. If you are a nonprofit who have a lot of grants, you need probably to have a grant management tool. So, and overall, you need to have an operation tool to measure KPI and other stuff. Like there's so many tools right now, Trello, ClickUp, Monday, all of these tools. Like you need to choose your tool and actually utilize it. And you need to see like what type of business you have and what tools are available for your specific industry, and make sure you leverage technology, because you don't want to be slower than other people. You don't want to, be give your clients that unpleasant experience when when they work with you, just because you have maybe everything papers, everything. You can utilize, I know some people like, oh, I like to use papers, pens. That's fine, but everything has to end up in technology in order to scale, especially now with virtual businesses, and everyone wants to do everything from their phone. You cannot actually not utilize technology. Otherwise, you will lose your space in the market sooner or later.
So very, very true. I know that all too well. How can a focus on talent acquisition and development contribute to the successful scaling of a business? And what strategies can organizations adapt to attract and retain the right personnel during a growth place?
So without a team, you cannot scale. No way. You can get to a certain point, but you cannot maintain that even certain point. Like you cannot, if you get to a six figure, for example, without a team, you cannot maintain that six figure without a team. You cannot scale beyond six figure. You cannot be actually get a multiple six figure without a team, let alone like having seven figure or more. So you really need to have a team in order for your business to stay and flourish. Actually, imagine that like one company, like any of these big companies that we are using, for example, let's take Google. Like if all the team that took time off at the same time and a business day, and there's nothing functioning, no customer support, nothing that makes give the client that experience, what would happen? For example, like it's gonna be eventually not doing good if they take a month vacation, all of them at once. So if you are a business owner and you want to take a vacation, if you got sick of anything, you are that entire team. If you take off, your business is not going to generate money. There's no sales going on every single day. There is nothing, no reaching out to clients. So your business is not going to grow, and you're going to be frustrated eventually. And I've seen a lot of people giving up on their business just because of that. You cannot be good on every single thing. You might be strong and accounting, for example, but not strong with operation, not with marketing, so not with admin stuff, not with client care. And even if you are good enough, you're not going to be able to actually keep up with everything if you do not acquire talent, if you do not acquire get a team who works with you and supports you, because you are a one man show. You do not have a business actually, and eventually. So you need to actually see who are those important people in your business that you're gonna actually hire to be with you, to be your team, to be your partners, and make sure these people are self-driven. They like your company. They are actually aligned with your mission. They love what you do, so they can help you. And make sure you have actually a clear vision. Make sure to have them participate in the decision, because when we participate in the decision, we are more likely to actually get that done, because we feel that we are a part of that thing. It wasn't imposed on us. It was something we created, and we want to actually deliver and make sure it's done, not just because we want to have our salary or payment. We want to actually make sure we are aligned with this value. We created this, so we are looking forward to see the success. One thing actually you want to make sure, Like you do not have to hire employee all the time. So in some area, you can hire a contractors, hire other companies, like partner with other business owners in certain areas. Like, for example, having marketing agency. You don't have to have a huge marketing team, right? You might have a marketing agency that works for you and have someone in your team communicate with this marketing agency. So you don't have to have that big of a team in order to get what you want. And you want to make sure like you actually do the hiring slowly. So, but not too slow. Like you have to manage, not too slow, not too fast. You want to make sure you are able to pay these people. But how you do that? You want to make sure that you hire the people who are going to help you make money, either salespeople who are going to sales to make money, or people who are going to free you so you can go acquire new people, new businesses, new clients, to make partnerships. Because as a business owner, 80% of your time has to be working on your business, not in your business, meaning you need to actually talk to people about your business and make it better every day. Make sure you have clients coming on your door every single day.
Such great information. Thank you so much, Nora. Can you tell us, where can we find you?
So they can get into my website, nourasbooks.com/contacts. They can actually book a free call with me. We get to talk on Zoom. And through my website, we have links for all my social media, including YouTube, where now in the tax season coming up, I give a lot of tips and tricks on taxes, like what you need to worry about, what you need to do to make sure you are educated on that matter before you go hire a tax professional. And you can definitely talk to me if you need help.
Thank you so much for this valuable information. We appreciate you, and we look forward to having you back again next time. With that, we will be right back after this commercial break.